By the Omnissiah, we are live! Greetings everyone, I am Sister Lilia and welcome to my armory. And welcome back to the pistols only run of Mechanicus. So with Mechanicus 2 likely coming out next month, or anywhere between next month and, when is it? May? End of May? I figured, let's go for it. So let's do this next episode today. So, whose missions do we have? I mean, I'm half looking at these from the prospect of, you know, rewards. Damn, that'd be useful on a different playthrough I'm doing. Let's just double check this is the pistols only run. Good. So... you know what, let's do that. Let's do this one. I'll just put in a... actually... undeploy troop, because we need some range. I think we've got plenty... oh no, mentally I'm on a different run. So, off screen I've been working on a playthrough of doing the Heretic run, or doing a Heretic run where it's only Xenorites, but damn, that run is hard. If you're unlucky and you don't end up with weapons of the Xenorite type early on, you're stuck with physical damage only, and you're stuck with, you know, a lot of weapons you can't use because of restrictions you've set. Now, those are self-imposed restrictions, so the game still gives me good options, but yeah, anyway. Worrying reports from the tomb of Magos. One of Subdomina Kepra's Skitari teams was lost while exploring its inner reaches. Kepra has kept me aware of this, videx. They will be mourned, but such losses are inevitable. We Magi must be above concern for mere lives. What concerns me is the subsequent pardon me for the error. What concerns me is that subsequent to the squad's loss, sightings were reported of a pack of flayed ones wearing the lost squad's skin. I see. Disturbing indeed. Then you understand what is so purgatory about this matter. This pack of flayed ones must be hunted down and destroyed before rumours of the Skitari's fate spread. Saturnine verses 81:4. The loose tongues of our soldiers are as guns in the hands of our enemies. I've plotted the Skitari unit's last known location and the reports of the flayed one sightings. We must act with haste, lest the Xenos in question move beyond our reach. We may not see eye to eye, Lector Dogmatus, but in this I agree with you. Those are my men being worn as decorations by these Xenos filth. Destroying them is my duty. Let your emotions lend you strength, Subdomina, but do not cloud your reason. But not cloud your reason. How far have the rumours of this flayed one pack spread? I am in control of them so far. Word is spreading but slowly. Then let us remove the source entirely. It's purging time. The remains of one of the lost squad of... well, yeah, The remains of one of the lost Scutari are hanging from the walls of this chamber. Only scraps of skin and some internal organs remain. They are identifiable by... Oh no, they are identifiable only by the regimental tattoos. Oh, that's nasty. They cannot be left like this. Look, the best course of action is just immolation. It might cost us some time, but it's worth burning them. It's not worth recovering them. They might be tainted by the Necron's filth. Particularly microscarabs. Those little things love to be a problem. Like, that is if they're still a thing. I remember them from all the way back in Dawn of War Dark Crusade, where they were talked about in the ending for the Necrons being used to wipe out even bacteria. Like, the Necrons have machines to wipe out bacteria. That is just nasty. We are going to get assailed, and it's probably worth having the tech priests further back, if I'm being honest. I don't remember who has the ability to just walk out of combat. You! You have the ability to walk out of combat. Let's have you at the front. So you can just casually tell these Necrons to sod off. Yeah, let's do that. So, it's been a bit productive this week. I got started on the Terminator conversion build that I had been working on last week. Now, what have we got there? When does he move? What are you armed with? Something potent, but not potent enough. I'm going to run you up to here. Let's just move you around here so that I am going to just inflict some acid damage on that Necron. It won't wipe him out, but it'll at least annoy him. And moreover, it'll mean he can be a target to someone else. Let's just see if he teleports again. Haha, he doesn't. Good. Question. Yeah, I thought that might be the case. Okay, so that flayed one's close. That's a problem. I'm just going to move this one back a bit. Yeah, let's just move him back a bit. Thought that might happen. Probably could have moved him into contact with the generator then. Hello, warrior. Yes, I've finally got the orc Ard boys to the conversion of Ard boys to knobs done. The video's actual build footage has been edited together. I'm just needing to both finish the paint job on them and finish the and actually record the intro for the video. Fun part with that is I made a silly decision. A fun one, but a silly one. The video is going to use... can I... that hit them? Yes, that'll hit them. Good. The video is going to use my old Orc Power Claw that I made back when I attempted to do Yarek and only really got as far as the claw. Problem is that needs repairs. I just pulled it out. I spent the day excavating for it and pulled it out, and yeah, it needs work. Now you are going to go into contact with that. You know what? Let's save a cognition point. Let's drop him in. I haven't got cognition to really do too much else with him, so to do too many buffs, let's just have him open up on that. So yeah, I've got a squad of orc knobs on the way, and the video for that hopefully will be tomorrow, followed by a video on Death Watch. Well, actually, not so much a video, as I'll just probably do a shorts, because I've only really got 5 of them converted, and I didn't record the build footage because I conversion build most of them back in 2016. Remember when that codex leaked onto the internet? That was wild. It's like, I think that was the first time I properly encountered codexes leaking onto Facebook. Just the whole army list on Facebook, and I'll be perfectly honest, that if that stuff hadn't have kept happening, I reckon GW wouldn't have ever started releasing free indexes. I think that people just continuously leaking it is what caused GW to go, okay, we're going to just release this digitally for free. Because like you see what they were doing beforehand, like they did like iPad, like Apple Book and e-reader formats only before that, which was absolute nonsense, because those formats are a pain in the ass to deal with. You know, you actually need to have the devices to use them, and those devices cost money. Oh, he's a troop. That's a stupid idea. It's like talking so much I forgot that he was a troop. Now, let's do that. Let's just take him down a peg. Jeez, that did well. Let's finish the job. But yes, beyond that, I'm now finally getting to doing the long overdue conversion of Blade Guard, turning lieutenants into Blade Guard, and Royal Wardens into Immortals. We'll see if I can get them done soon enough to actually, you know, put the video on them out. On top of that, I'm going to be reposing the the Tyrannid Prime, or Winged Tyrannid Prime model that was in the recent video. Now, who do I want to damage? You. I want to damage you. Just I don't want to risk him coming back. I am going to move here and just project a shield. I realise that puts him near the enemy, but too bad. Also, Jeremiah! The enemy was defeated by Jeremiah Gutwald! Hello, orange boy. Yes, I've just been rewatching Code Geass. It felt relevant in the political climate of the world. On top of that, you know, it's Code Geass. It's fun. And we all need fun at the moment. Now, I reckon I can just agitate the heck out of those two. Yes, let's get them both. I really got to get a better one of those, but hopefully it unlocks. Okay, the other one has more health. Let's rectify that, shall we? Yep, just making sure it was targeting the right one. Gauss Gamma Pistol, brrr! Now, I am going to just move him to there. Grab cognition. And I haven't got any damage capacity with that yet. Oh well. So yeah, I grabbed more of the copy of issue 1 of the Combat Patrol magazine a few days after I grabbed my initial pair. And it's just as well that I did, because they've sold out. I can't get more. Well, I probably can. We'll see if the newsagent that I went through can actually can carry out a back order for me. Be nice if they could. That means more Terminators. But yes, I'm building a Mirror Grip Terminator squad, and that's going to be a video in future. But I wonder, will that be the only Terminator item I have on the channel that week? Or will it just be, you know, a wall of stuff? Also, progress is continuing towards actually being able to bring out my birthday video from last year. I'm still working on the subjects. Let's put you there. And you there. Eat that. And that. There we go. Take advantage of the fact that the enemy absolutely will try and run towards you. Towards the target that angered them. And now they're going to go for that servitor. I'm going to delay him because the enemy's going to run away from him. But yeah, there'll be. I'm going to be conversion building a heavy flamer for it because I've got the parts to do that. But it will look a bit more like the old heresy ones. Let's just charge in here. That's weird numbers. So yeah, there's going to be some more Tyranid stuff coming up too. Unintentionally, this year has very much become the year of the Xenos on the channel. Now, don't worry, that will be, you know, the kind of year of the Xenos, year of insert faction that happens where that faction gets a bit of attention and then the Imperium gets a lot. I've got a lot of Space Marine stuff I want to finish before the new edition comes out. And I mean, we haven't got the trailer for the new edition yet, but it'll be coming. I would not be surprised if we saw it as early as Adepticon. We might see it as late as June. But we will see it. It will happen. Now, I could do that. Or I could do this, but actually, gas gamma into that. And if that doesn't work, I'll use the other one. Struth, get in there. Okay, so we've got that going. But yeah, Mechanicus finally gets its second character. It only took 9 years. It really should be, you know, less than 9 years between factions getting actual named characters and such. I mean, they did get a decent-ish release back in 2020, but still, like, it feels like an equal attention cake. A much smaller, tinier equal attention cake for compared to, you know, how the Heresy Mechanicum got almost all of their units. Well, actually, that's a lie. They didn't get almost all of them. They just got most of the main ones. Take him out. Jeez, that did well. And now I can't do anything with him. Let's just roam up to here. Can't really do too much without, you know, wiping out my own people. Which is a problem. Maybe. Let's just go there. Yes, we can do that without injuring our own people. Haha! Another one bites the dust. Whoa, sorry about the background hardware there. What do we got? Cohort has picked up the trail of the flayed ones. Travels across an area of the tomb choked with debris that where a portion of the tomb has collapsed, making pursuit hazardous. We're blowing the area. Demolition charges blast a path without significant delay, but the noise must have alerted the foe to the cohort's presence. However, little time was lost, and several samples can be gathered from the destroyed Necron sarcophagi. Hey, free Blackstone. Nice. Actually... Yay! That was just a guess. I like cognition. Cognition is useful. I can't abbreviate it because the word is bad. All the connotations of it is bad. So let's take a look at so are the jump pack Clory robots plastic or are they resin? Because jeez, looking at the prices on this thing, on these hurts. Let's get into the mission so that you can actually hear me. But yeah, so I've had a running there's been a running kind of debate with someone who is insistent that GW claimed that Heresy Mechanicum stuff was going to be playable in 40k based on what they interpreted that announcement at the start of the year where GW announced a whole bunch of custody stuff. And while I, you know, would love that to happen, it's not going to. I'm sorry, but it is not going to happen. In no small part because GW don't want to have models be multi-system. Some factions get away with it because they can. Like Knights, for instance, because GW actually want to sell the single Knight kits to both games player bases, they have them in both. The same goes for Custodies. Although some Custody stuff is more locked to the other era, to one era or another, such as named characters. Actually, wrong weapon. That one. Okay. Now just watch the horde descend. Let's just watch the horde descend. I put them at the wrong at the wrong door point, didn't I? No, I didn't. Let's just get him into there. Blast them. Ooh, look at the anger on them. Let's just blast him. I am just going to move him to the other side so I can bring the other tech priest up and have them go into the same place. Actually, how many can he actually grab? Let's see if he'll only grab one. Yeah, he does only grab one. Yeah, for a moment I thought I had the double cognition scanner on him, but apparently not. Well, we have comments. I should probably jump into said comments and see what people are saying. Let's just hope I have my video quality set to low on my camera, on my screen, so that I don't have lag. What are people saying? Hello to you two. The official grot. Nice. Let's just drop him in there. I am going to... what do I want to do? Just buff him up a bit. We're gonna buff him up. Come on, buff him up. Let's just open up on that. Haha, got rid of one. Nice, and it doesn't draw ire towards that one unit. Oh, no wonder I have no cognition. I'm just going to leave him there for now. Now, you honestly can run up to here. Survive 4 rounds, I can do more than that. You are the one that can get through without being attacked, can't you? Let's grab as much blackstone as I can. Let's go to there. I'm not going to leave them there because I'm about to open up on those flayed ones right there in a moment. And let's go to here. What are my plans for energy resistance? Try. We have that one. If I really need it, we have that one. Each one of my tech priests either has ignores armor weapon or one weapon of each type. That's normally the good way to go. Sometimes it isn't an option. I, off camera on this, but recording wise to do a condensed run, am doing a condensed run of Xenorite only Mechanicus, so you're running with Xenorite weaponry, and I'll say right now, that run is hard. That run is hard, because you're dealing with a complete lack. Oh, I can only hit so many. Okay, I can still hit some. That's better than none. But yeah, you're dealing with a complete lack of a lot of different options. But most noticeably, you're restricted in terms of what ranged armaments you can have and what melee armaments you can have. Now, if you don't set, like if you're wanting to try and do a Xenorite only run, by all means it's possible. Just, you probably need the Omnissiah edition. And you're probably going to be running with out a lot of helpful weapons for a while, because the only way I was able to even have armed tech priests for that run to start with is because of the Omnissiah edition giving you that custom Omnissiah axe. It costs a fortune in cognition to use. 2 cognition per swing is a lot. it meant that one of the first perks I grabbed for the Tech Priest was not actually any Xenorite perk. But like, the goal with that run is Xenorite only weapons and upgrading Tech Priests to have, and the first skill tree that can be maxed out is the Xenorite one. All of the Tech Priests by the end will have full Xenorite Tech tree, which will be an interesting task. For the main reason of Xenorites are relatively good at getting back up, but they go down really easily because of their ability to damage themselves anytime they attack. But yeah, with this I've got, because it's a pistols only run, I've got no melee weapons, so I'm relying on the servitors to actually do damage. Hey, road bump. Let's turn that one into a speed bump too. Fish in a barrel is the tactic. We block a choke point and basically force the enemy to have to engage us on our terms. The trouble I'm noticing is there are enemies starting to flank from behind. This is a problem. But problems have solutions. I'm not going to let it turn into a dilemma. Let's take him out. Thought he didn't have much health left. Now they're going to come running up. Haha, get wrecked. Haha! Road bump. Oh, they're going to go the other way. Oh, hey, free cognition. Because we've blocked the way, they're going the other way. Take the shot. Ooh. Yeah, that servitor's gonna die this turn. Primarily because of him. Let's first... At least one of those has shielding against energy damage. Hey, accidental cognition gen... Aww. I thought we might have generated cognition by doing that, but no, apparently not. That's a shame. Be funny though. That'll generate cognition when it's hit. He can wait. Now, who's next up to move? I'm just going to move him there. Okay. I might actually just move back to here. And open up on that. Please take out that console. Oh, shame. Still better than XCOM. What little I know of XCOM partially comes from a, like, I say better than XCOM, but it mainly just better than the mechanic where, you know, you can miss at point blank range with really high chance of hitting, and it's like, they're point blank. The weapon is pointed at their face. How were they missing? Oh, and then you bring up a message of how dare you, mocking me or getting angry at me for save scumming, and it's like, no, the shot should have hit. This is on you guys, not me. Yeah, I haven't even played XCOM partly because of that. Let's clear out the foe. Poor Servitor. Servitor Dave was a lovely fellow, but unfortunately, he just was in the way. His being in the way was entirely my fault, but let's open up on him. Yes. I'm supposed to survive 2 more rounds. I think I can do that. Maybe. Okay, get rid of these. We don't need to worry about them. What you need to do is run over here. So that when the enemy goes to run, you wipe them out. And you'll go in there to block off the corridor. Do I want to? Yes, I do. Yeah, I can take that one out with the macro stubber. But yeah, the Gauss Gamma pistols are great for just ignoring armor, because they do. That's what they do. They ignore armor. The normal Gamma pistol is just a 2 damage weapon. The Gauss Gamma one is 4 to 6. Or is it 2 to 4? We'll see in a moment. We're just casually going through all of the downed enemies. Oh, there's a warrior. Hello. Finally some range combat. He's going to get swarmed. Oh no, of course, because I attacked with the other one. I forgot about that bit for a moment there. Okay. That is now charged, but Machine Spirit destroys armor. That's cool. Doesn't mean anything right now. What is in the way? Oh, an enemy. Good. That feels overkill for him. Is there anyone here I can bring that down to fire on? Yes. There in fact is plenty down here. Who goes next? You! Congratulations! Your target practice. So congratulations, you go back to the nap, you get to go back to bed. To the bed in the flesh realms. Actually, that isn't where Necron flayed ones go, but I know they've got their own special spot they go to. Now, you just have... No, I don't want to actually attack an enemy that's active. So he's not going to be within range to do much to folks. So let's just have him attack the console. And just go this way. Runs lankily. Let's get rid of him. What state of the console's behind you in? Healthy. Not for much longer. Let's seriously hurt the alertness level here. Okay, I'm going to run him back to here for the cognition. For next turn. So... it feels like a waste and all, but, well, actually, let's just open up on that warrior. Deleted that warrior. Let's just head back over to here and, delete them. Further reducing the alertness level down. Now. Oh, they arrive. The foe cometh. Let's just run you to here and have your ire be focused on the servitor. Now, you are running to here. I could have moved him in, but he'll still trigger the auto attack either way. Ouch. Oh, that didn't work. Let's open up on him. Oh no, I keep thinking he's the one that's... keep thinking each of them's the one that's got the damage ability. Oh well. Oh, poor servitor. So... okay, the cognition reducer is recharging still. But flayed ones very rarely have any kind of damage resistance. Oh, we hit our friend. The cost of one cognition. So... we're still within range of that. Now, you can run down here and get rid of that. Now, how far back can I hit that from? Look, I can... actually, I could probably hit it from here with that. Yeah, let's just take the console out. Survive. I think we can thrive. Let's wipe him out. Oh, that didn't wipe him out. Oh well. Back to the cognition generator. So then... open up on him. Okay, so any of the kits that say 15 plus on them on the web store are resin still. So that means Unite Moirax versions and the weapons for them. Anarchris Scoria, Xenophane. I should take a look at Xeno. And no, I'm not. I know she costs too much. The Terex Pattern Assault Drill. Jeez, that was a stunt. There was an attempt. I think it was the Imperial Palace. Trader forces attempted to use a drill to use termites and not use the termite drills and various other drills to drill machines to get in under the palace, and the Imperial Fist heard them coming, drowned them in concrete, insta-set concrete. The things are still stuck there 10,000 years later. The poor guys inside it won't be around, but like just there are times where it's not a good day to be a trader. That was one of them, because you are not escaping that. And under the palace, there's no way you're being teleported out. Just, you're not. The amount of density there. Teleportation in 40k struggles with high density materials and being able to teleport through them. It's why they didn't just teleport assault the palace on top of, you know, jamming and shielding. And we've wiped out the flayed ones.
The diseased Xenos has been dispatched, and Ascatari put to rest. I must approve the zeal with which you pursue the destruction of these Necrons, Magos. Gomeranthian 6041, he who persecutes the alien with zeal is an ally of all mankind.
God, I hate the Imperium's creed sometimes.
I have no love for the alien, videx. The Mechanicus makes it clear that the stars belong to mankind. Relentlessly pursuing the destruction of the Necrons may not be the correct strategy, however. We still do not know what we are dealing with on Silver Tenebris. We should enter a battle we cannot... Oh no. We should not enter into a battle we cannot win. There may be a way to make this a battle we cannot lose. Care to elaborate, Lector Dogmatus? In time, Magos, in time.
Yeah, so still heresy stuff that's still resin includes all the two secretary upgrades, so the Palatus and the Hoplites, the Mechanicum Domitor Pattern Battle Automata, the Cerastus Knight Atropos, Mechanicum Magos Macotech engines. Oh, that's the one with the tech priest with the... Hold up. That's the tier 1 wielding what in this game is the tier 1 free attack axe. And has got a group of... well, look like either automata or weird servo automata. Nice. The Mechanicum Skylix Guardian automata are also resin still. The Voyax Battle Automata, damn, I look forward to those coming to plastic. Hopefully we get rules for them in 40k. The Questoris Strix is still resin. Your Questoris Magenta is still resin. Archmagos Dravkavac / Archmagos kit is far out. That's only $200 and it's still resin. Actually, I've encountered one of those. A mate of mine converted a Dominus to be on one. Mechanicum, Meriton. Meriton? Oh no, Myrmidon Secutors. They wield an axe similar to the tier 3 free attack axe. The Skitari Exarch. Why isn't the Exarch plastic GW? And then we've got the Titan Cannons, because of course the Titan Cannons get listed here because I collect Mechanicum. And the Titans. $1,006 for just the Warhound Titan. That's it. That's absurd. $1,508 for the Reaver body. Not even the arms as well, just the body. Far out, GW, you greedy bastards. I know res is expensive, but that's just greedy. Also, this Rastus Lancer is $360. That's absurd. Maybe I should have taken up that mate that was selling a recast one. I went for an official, for an actually plastic knight gallant instead. Still haven't quite finished it. Need to. So, do I want to upgrade these tech priests a bit? So, you've got the Dominus path. Actually, you're not the one with the arc pistols. Let's just upgrade the arc pistol ones a bit. Now, increase range. You are getting that, because at the very least giving you some improved damage will be useful. Critical chance, while useful, does not beat, you know, that. Now, got the energy caster. Yes, I do. Let's make sure, let's add to the cognition cost of the arc pistols. But, for an increased damage, like 1 to 2 damage normally. Now the damage is going to be out between 3 and 4. It's going to be between 2 and 3 as a base. And then I add this on and get an additional point of damage. So it could be up to 4 damage or more. Do I want to do another mission for videx? Do I want to do lock and key? Does videx give me anything useful? Oh, troop buff upgrade. What's Constellations of Madness? That's a solar atomizer. No. Let's do this. Which tech priest was that? That's row. Okay. Okay. Okay, I really should, you know, have a dedicated time each week that I do these streams, but I don't. I wing it, and if you guys join me, yeah, join me. But I am currently deciding what to do with the old streams, like Melee Only 1, your Impossible Difficulty, your Completionist stream, and so on. There's a lot of videos there. I don't know what voice to do for this one. Magos, stable orbit achieved and maintained.
My thanks, Quartermaster. I would remain in geosynchronous orbit for the duration of this mission. Fuel reserves calculated. Continuous orbit probable but not certain. Additional fuel acquisition recommended. Attention required. Troublesome news, Magos. The tanks are nearly empty. Supplies are low. Far from sufficient. Problematic in the extreme. How can our supplies be low? We only just arrived here, Quartermaster. Warp transit, less than satisfactory. News reports cargo supplies vented into the void as a result of damage. Most unacceptable. Yeah, friendly reminder, FTL travel in 40k is brutal. Like, other settings, like, we go faster than light. We use magic. We go 40k. We go through hell. Literally cutting our way into and out of non-reality that is the collective subconscious of all beings in the universe affects this space. It is filled to the brim with demons and chaotic instability. And the only way of getting around in the space is by means of people with a specific genetic mutation that gives them a third eye that allows them to actually see in the space without going completely insane. I say completely. Many astropaths are batshit crazy because of what they encounter. Then our situation is... No, I don't know. Then what is our situation now, Quartermaster? Deploying armed forces on hostile world is a costly exercise, logistically complex, running costs for the Celestis Metallicon in orbit far from negligible. Crisis in isotopic fuel matter for the core reactors. Disappointment and frustration are flooding my neural vaults and require quarantining. I focus instead on a solution. Can you present one? Tomb of Arglek contains strong traces of radioactive decay. Supplies of necessary materials present. Request requisition before materials half-life is expired. Yep, that's fair. The Tomb of Arglek is particularly isn't particularly welcoming. Magos. Are you certain it is worth the risk to go in? Our mission here cannot be fulfilled if the Celestis Metallicon has insufficient fuel to stay in orbit. Very well. I hope the Quartermaster understands what missions like this cost. Cost of deployment less than the value of resources acquired. Mission is mathematically justified. Well, when you put it like that. So, what's our fighting arrangements? I'm doing the expedient routes on this. So, we are in battle again. Main reason for going the expedient routes is, you know, that. The sound of the fans on my console. I cannot reduce the volume of that without turning the thing off. And it is how I'm playing this game. Because streaming from it's actually a really straightforward process. Streaming from PC is a bit more complicated. And also, I don't have every weapon unlocked. Because of an issue with the game. That literally is blocking me from getting access to some stuff. Like, you know, the Xenorite macrostubber. Hey, he can't steal cognition. Nor can he. Instead, we have to fight them. Now. Let's grab cognition from that. Let's grab that. Okay, they have physical resistance, which is the worst resistance to have against us. Because most of our weapons deal energy damage. Most. Now I'm going to leave that one as they are, because they'll be in a good place to attack. I might just actually send them up too, because they're better not in direct melee. Or, well, none of these are particularly good in melee, but, yes, so... let's just hit the back one. Now, let's use that and take pot shots at him. Now, I'm going to move a little bit forward and activate that. Now, let's get you to there. Let's use those new upgrades we got. Huzzah! That did damage. Yeah. Actually. Oh no, it's that one that goes next. Haha, he down. Actually, that's not worth using his because he's got too many useful abilities. Now, if I end up with the 5th Tech Priest, I'm just going to upgrade that Tech Priest to be a spam fire one that's just got plenty of electro damage. Oh, that's a problem. You can't do anything. And neither can you. Now, could he move out of melee? Yes, he can. Good. Do that. Treat these little metal buggers with the same disrespect they show you. Grab that. Nope, we are grabbing that. Also, I don't think I've ever actually managed to max out every tree on this game. I mean, they don't give you enough Blackstone to be able to, especially, you know, if you want to have any other tech priest have any kind of levels in this game. Okay. So he can't do much else. So... let's just take the shot at him. 3 damage, that's good. That is still not worth wasting. Nope. frag it. He's gonna take damage, but haha, he dodges. Nice. Eat this. Gone. Let's grab cognition. Gonna move him up to here. Now, you can at least heal yourself, which is good. Being able to heal oneself is helpful in battle. It means you're not reliant on a healer. Problem is, he's the healer of the squad. Yeah, that's one other piece, one other thing you kind of have to do to make a Xenorite run viable is actually have at least all of them have at least a couple of levels in the medic skill tree, because one of the early levels heals you up at a different point in the turn to the Xenorite one. Huh, so much for the physical resistance. Let's get in melee with this. Or close range enough to grab that. So then we've got cognition. Now, I really should have put in something that does energy damage in the team's troops. Oh well. Oh, actually, that is a terrible idea. I want to grab that console. I was thinking the console was a different role. Because I wasn't paying attention to the side objectives. Okay, now does that wake up enemy troops? Let's open up on that. Goody. Now, that would hit the... Yeah, no, not going to do that. Take him out. Okay, rad sniffers. The cohort's rad sniffers are detecting potential traces of the target isotopes. The trail leads through a half-collapsed series of chambers, crumbling under the weight of the shifting landscape overhead. It may be perilous to pursue, but could bring the cohort to the objective more closely. Yeah, let's take a look through there. Oh, that's useful. %100% critical chance. Nice. So, let's keep going. Looks like one of Yoth's people left something important behind. Hey, cognition. I slipped and meant to go for the safe one, but I'll take the cognition. That's useful. So, what have we got? A sudden radiation spike has turned this part of the Timvarglair into a dangerous hot zone. A pair of Skitari lie in the zone, evidently having been overcome by the rad levels. It is sacrilegious to leave them there unrecovered, but the area may be too hazardous for anything else. Look, it's a bad way to go, but I'm gonna burn them. Pocket of explosive gas causes. Hey, at least it didn't injure us. But at least the explosive gas immolates them. Now, let's just go here. Scan or destroy. Ah, we're on this map. What have we got? That can happen. So, we've got things going on. Who goes next? Okay, so I'm just gonna actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put servitor at the front. Let's just move everyone back a bit and out of harm's way. It'll cost us a bit of extra time, but it might actually help us in the long run. Aha! I get to trap him. I was deploying that to protect the tech priests, but that lets me do some useful deployment. So, let's just run you around to there too. Now, I'm going to run that to there. Ooh, ouch, poor servitor. Okay, so we bring that to here. Now, what Necrons does that wake? A warrior. Just a warrior? Good. Yep, open up on him. Okay. So I'm gonna have him grab cognition from up here. Let's grab that. You haven't got range on him, have you? Now you do. Take this shot at him. And then move back to there, because someone's going to need cognition once I get them out of there. First of all, let's figure out what HP that thing has. Okay, won't be any good against... He won't be any good any further. Okay, I'm gonna spend some cognition to gain some cognition. Let's just run him down to here. But yeah, I'm staring at a fair few MDF models at the moment. A few years back,
well, actually, I would, when I first got into Warhammer, I would never have thought to get models out, to get that Warhammer or compatible models would be made from MDF. I say that despite, you know, having made a mechanized company for my Imperial Guard, where pretty much everything apart from the infantry is built out of cardboard. But, yeah. Paper Hammer. It's a shame that website went down, and the associated, well, I think they shut... Did they actually shut down? I think they shut down. I know that Mediafire, who were hosting their files, shut down. But I don't know about if the same site's being run by the if the Facebook page Paper Hammer is being run by the same people or not. It might be, it might not be. I see the Paper Lemon Rust kit that I'm familiar with. Hey, the old Titan, nice. That's on 40k Papercraft. I don't know what I'm looking at. It's a group, different thing. But yeah, like that group, that page had like all the old terrain that GW had put templates out for free. It also had things like the it had paper kits for the Lemon Rust. It had the old Baneblade scratch building paper kit, which was cool. But yeah, I mean, Papercraft's kind of taken over from there, but Papercraft in general is a pretty useful thing. You do damage. Okay then. Now let's get to the console. But yeah, the way things are going, I'm going to have a Space Marine starter army made out of mostly, have a non-starter army made out of mostly Partswork magazines kits. Between the 40k, between the previous 40k Partsworks, and, between what I got out of them, because I have particularly issue 1 of each of the parts work has been really good for building forces up on a budget. Do I want to risk the health of my servitors? No, I don't. What I want to do is push over to here. Now, actually, come on. First off, we do that. Oh, I should have had the troops attack. First off, destroy that thing. That brings down the alertness level significantly. Let's do that. Let's just open up on them. What do I want to do? Let's just do that out of spite. All troops get buffed. Get whacked. Delete him, please.
and then charge the other Necrons. But yeah, getting paper gets printed at a printing press saved me a lot of trouble with scaling. Did mean I had some fun times though. Really should have got made photocopies of the first Chimera template I got printed out. Purely so that I had the right scale Chimera, because the one that I ended up printing out after that was way too small. Did end up with a giant rhino though. Like, well, I say giant, it was about, I think, 4 times the size that it should have been, maybe more. And ended up, like, it's assigned to be terrain, and got assigned as that. I need to actually fix it up a bit, but like, I decided that after seeing the old buildings that GW had that look like slightly bigger rhinos, that are essentially Space Marine mobile bunkers for Space Marines. I'm pretty sure they're something that came in a Warhammer book. I don't think they're terrain that Forge World made, and I don't think they're terrain GW made as something you could buy. Although, let's just see. I'm looking through images, internet. I don't care about that. No, I don't want to look for the Hammer 4 bunker. Hold up, is my mini factory... my mini factory made their own take on the Melkador Defender, or not my mini factory themselves. Falamentio? And it is distinct from the... heavily distinct, but it does look cool, and I kind of want one. Okay, let's just continue firing on them. Open up on him. The old Warhammer bunker that was a tutorial in the core rules. Remember when Warhammer rules actually came with tutorials on making your own terrain? Those were the days. Those were the days. I am going to find out what he has for that servitor's benefit. Of course. Let's grab that. Not that it's going to matter much, because the other energy damage tech priest will end up taking him down. Take that out, please. Goody, that pushes the alertness level down significantly. You only get one. Do I want to still go for it? Yeah, I do. Let's grab a cognition point. But yes, I actually have a Melkador Defender conversion build underway, but honestly I'm not recording most of the process because it's a mess. Like the actual vehicle itself, I kit bashed the tracks before we had long before the plastic kit came out. I mean, the plastic kit was probably in development when I was... It easily would have been in development while I was working on the conversion, but yeah, back in 23 I kit bashed 2 Lemon Rust track sets together into 2 Melkador tracks. They're longer by a bit and have more room in them to do things with, but yeah, now let's just put him down. It's like tone change from kind and happy to it goes to sleep now. Or it goes to sleep now. So... you hit him. Haha, energy resistance means nothing. Any chance I can hit the console up there? Nah, I'd have to get closer. And I'd rather, you know, take him out with something else. On the subject of something else, let's get the servitor to work and do some damage. He's not going to do well when he goes to run. Oh no, it's the other one. So... yeah, he's going to do some damage. It's always weird when the map does that, when it does that during pathfinding. Let's just put him down. Haha. Oh. Poor servitor. Oh well, at least we'll be able to end the fight here. If I attack that... jeez, let's just move here then so I don't end up taking damage. Hopefully I can spare the servitor. Let's grab that and see if the game will let me finish off that final Necron. Yes, it will. Oh no, it won't. Just deploys enemy, ends mission. Okay, the cohort locates the cache of ingots forged from a rare isotope by some unknown Necron method. They are able to take this rare bounty back to the tomb entrance for processing into fuel for the Celestis Metallicon. You have your supplies. Is the fuel situation improved? The fuel is good. The rest, not so good. I anticipate further requests for action in maintaining our mission optimal supply levels. Understood. No army survives without supplies. Supplies not in the habit of walking into our hold. Then I am sure I will hear from you soon, Quartermaster. Okay. And we got the Xenorite weapon. That is completely useless, like most of the other ones we've got. Oh well. Now, were you the one that I... oh no, you're probably a good choice to actually upgrade towards that too. Does anyone not have the pistol damage thing? Oh, okay.
Okay, you're going down the Dominus line too, so... Let's get to here then. Oh, no wonder the abilities cost so much for this one. Let's just switch back to him. Yeah, I'm gonna go Dominus for him. What's his equipment? He has energy shielding level 2. I might just make it better than that. Because I want to keep the, oh no, he doesn't get, oh no, he does, good. Because I'm not sacrificing his, current wrist items, his current arms, because the current arms are actually really useful. Yeah, now he has shielding level 3! And no mechadendrites because we don't have any for some reason. The game just has decided we're not going to have mechadendrites, which is as much of an annoyance as it sounds. So, what does his mission give? That gives adamantine. That gives that. Constellations of Madness gives the atomizer. What do the different admirals give? Corrupted King gives that. That gives cognition. That gives that. And the Yoth mission is heresy. So I think I'm going to end this here for tonight, and I'll be back soon. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have an orc related video, and then we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Catch you around. Bye.